Welcome, everybody. It's your boy, the Versace Stunner. We're back with a brand new season of the VSW Podcast. My God, it's been some time. We've taken a hiatus. We've taken some breaks. We've been cruising the galaxy, smoking the vines. We've been doing some wild stuff, and now we're back. And better than ever, talking to some great talent tonight. Tonight, we are hopping on to talk with Rico Wadley. Now, I saw some of this guy's stuff on TikTok. Wild. We got a love for clowns. It's going to be a great interview. Let's give him a ring and let's see, what we can, discuss, what we can learn about him. Because like I said, it's kind of new to my radar here at the VSW podcast, and I'm hoping to get eyes and ears on him. I've heard good things, and I've seen good things from what he sent me some links and things, and I followed up. Let's see if he's ready right now. No answer right now. We will try back in a few. Sometimes it takes a little bit. Well, it looks like we have a little bit of an issue with him coming on right now. He seems to be a little bit busy. Let's let's tune in with somebody else. Let's chime in. Let's see if we can get the president. Let's see if we can get the president of the JWO to come on. Um, let's see if we can get the president, like I said, of the JWO to come on. As I am talking to Wika right now, Wadley, he just, it's like I said, time differences always play an issue. I forget not everybody's on Eastern time. Let's see if I can get the president on.
Hello?
Hey, president. What's going on?
What's up,
Listen.
brother?
Let me tell you. Okay, so I was supposed to do an interview with Rico Wadley, the wild clown, and we were gonna do the interview tonight, and he couldn't do the interview because of time differences. We totally spaced. So I'm live on air right now. So I'm like, let me call the president, see if he answers. Chime in with him, see how he's doing. We haven't had the president on the VSW in quite some time.
Well, goddamn, son, I wish you would have given me freaking prior notice. This one right there, you could have called me a loss.
I know, I kind of called you on the red phone and was like, hey, Prez. Well, hey, we're live too. I'm sorry about that. So sorry about that. Like I said, it's just been kind of a crazy afternoon. We were live. I'm like thinking of guests, pulling names out of hats in my head. There's like 16 different hats. Only 3 names are coming up. But,
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. That's Uncle Versace. Oh, all right. Tabitha says, how you doing, Uncle Versace?
Oh, Tabby, haven't seen you in so long. It's been such a long time.
Oh, she's giggling, she's blushing. You know them freaking white cheeks.
Oh, I know. All the kids growing up so fast. Mine's getting bigger, yours getting big. Everybody's growing up. It's kind of.
But get this, though, pissed off that she can never get really taller. You know?
She won't get taller, but she's getting wiser.
Oh, that's one thing that's never going to change on my little baby girl right there. Is her wisdom. She's smarter than me, and that's what every fucking father wants for their kid, right?
Exactly. I mean, you can't. That's like mine. I mean, every day he's getting a little smarter, getting a little bit more, talkative, and some of the things he says just blows my mind completely. It's wild. Kids are wild.
Luke is the fucking shit. Luke is the fucking shit. By the way, you can surprise the shit out of him right now just by giving him this little hint and shit. But Uncle TJ got him something special and shit. I just need to make sure that it's buckled down safe and it's perfect for him and shit. But it's a nice little line of merchandise I plan on getting out in the future, possibly.
That's great to hear. Always, innovative. You're one of the most creative minds in the industry. Really, truly are. I mean, you might not get credit for a lot of shit. Some people might give us all shit, but you have a really good creative mind for this crap. I mean, the things that some of the storylines that you can come up with, some of the characters that you can even come up with on the fly, just without whatever. It's just really impressive.
I know, and I hate to take consideration for myself because I think that sounds, very. I love myself, and I'm not that type of wrestler. And shit. So guys, if anyone has ever thought that I'm in love with myself out there, no, I fucking ain't. I'm just a stickler for perfection in my character and everything I stand for.
That is
So
true.
if ever you feel that you have a problem with me, or I have a problem with you, no, I just see things for my character that obviously you can't see. You know.
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, I've never seen really a conceited, TJ Tucker. I've seen, a proudful TJ. I've seen, kind of that, like you said, you're a stickler for those fine details because you want whatever, plan you have to be perfected. But I've never seen you go into the locker room, tooting your own horn, going, this is the best, I'm the greatest, any of that stuff. I never see it. Even nominated as president of the whole JWO, you're still, not as conceited. So I've seen, JWO refs and cameramen more conceited than the president.
Yeah.
But I mean doesn't. That's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing at all. Being humble is great. That's a great quality to have, especially in this industry, because that's how you're going to learn. That's how you're going to proceed to go further in it. Is being humble, looking at the vets, looking at other people that are in the same bracket level, that have gone further, and just kind of soaking in the knowledge, taking what they learn. Yes, sir. And just kind of doing what they say. Whatever veterans that are kind of in the show, and that's how you really learn this.
Exactly, brother.
But your creative spark of mind and all your creative thought has put you as a target with the founding fathers, which is, this is going to be kind of interesting, I'm not going to lie. Last time we were all invited to this crazy shit show, we didn't have anything kind of formed formally. There was no, brotherhoods. There was no JWO. We were just kind of buds and pals and kind of just thrown into this. Now there's some sort of, formal, group. Whether you want to call it, a stable, whether you want to call it, a brotherhood or a family even. The JWO is something that's very tight right now. But
most definitely. If anyone's looking for the type of brotherhood that we have, look up the Sons of Anarchy and find out what type of brotherhood that is. Then you'll understand what we're coming from. It's a good little mixture of what I would say SOA, the Sons of Anarchy, and the anti-purge gang and all the freaking purge movies and shit. That's us. Painted faces, masks on, but not giving what the establishment wants us to give it. We're going to give it what we want to fucking give it. If you don't like what we're fucking saying, fucking turn the goddamn channel off, motherfucker. Find something else. Guaranteed you're not gonna like what we fucking say. Because it goes against everything you fucking probably stand for.
Well, and that is it. And the JWO stands for themselves and what they represent. And that's what I'm saying. This is going to be a really interesting clash now. We saw the power last time of the founding fathers. We saw how they reached from the...
I've constantly said one thing to this shit, and the Vice station. You know the channel Vice Land and shit?
Yeah.
They have a commercial where they show nothing but misfits and everything. And one of the main things before the commercial closes out is one guy screaming and shit. To everyone who's ever been a misfit, this one's for you. That right there, I was like, you know what? Fuck, they even made a goddamn station for us. Like this Vice Land's reaching out to say, if you're a misfit, this channel's for you. Well, people, if you're a fucking misfit out there in the goddamn independent New England wrestling world, the New England chapter of the JWO is here for you.
Exactly. And, but like I said, going up now against, we saw the power of the founding fathers in, that day when we were all brought out to the cemetery, to try to, kill each other, basically. Craziness. We saw the power of them. We've seen, the dark arts, as you might say, that tall, creepy fucking dude that comes and visits here with the notes. You got some really paranormal shit going on with these guys and some real power behind it. But, like I said before, we were kind of, just scrambled. Now we have a real, a real fucking hierarchy here. And, everybody kind of knows their place. So I have a feeling, we're going to really clash this time. It's going to be more than us just fighting. I feel like we're going to be really fighting the establishment. I think we're going to be taking the founding fathers down. Straight down.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. I've gotten a slight little tricking message, as a matter of fact, from somebody passing through my fucking shit today. And they were like, Death Day 2's in process of being, an actual thing. So I'm like, really? Well, I'll believe that when it fucking hits me in the fucking guts, you know? So he's like, oh, don't worry. And we plan on taking care of the JWO. So I said, what? Did you just say my family's name? Did my family's name just come out of your mouth? He said, I said, what do you? Don't be stumbling over your freaking words now, motherfucker. You just sounded like that was a threat to the JWO right there. So he's like, I'm like, okay. For one, you're going to come at me like your normal founding fathers doing everything. So you're just a rookie to the office personnel right now and shit. I can go outside right now and bury you out in my fucking campground, and no one will come over and ask where the fuck you've been. No one cares about you, motherfucker. So trust me. If you have a plan to try to dismantle the JWO in KPW, you will have a whole mess of fucking problems about ready to hit you. Because believe it or not, I've already thought of this situation. Because plenty of feds have tried to eat us out from the inside all the way out and explode us out there and shit. It's not gonna fucking work. We're the ones that are gonna flip the fucking script on you. And just like I did in AWL recently and shit, the MacGuffin thing, their show was out there. I had to prove myself and shit. To our prospect, the convicted felon Paul Michael and Psycho Nick, the convicted felons and shit. And it was a fucking hassle and shit. But when I found out what the hell AWO was doing and shit, that they wanted me and Paul to face each other, at first I'm going, okay, here it is again. Another fucking fed wants the president of the JWO to face his own prospect into the JWO and shit. So I'm like, I know what they're trying to do. So the whole match is just me looking at the camera and going, fuck you, I know exactly what the fuck you're trying to do to us right now. So I turned around and I said, okay, prospect, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you the best night of your life right now until I don't want to anymore. My VP comes out, Rob Roberts, he's our freaking, and get this, they put him in as the referee for that match, okay? So the minute when Paul comes up to me, he's like, yeah, Prez, I can hear him underneath his bandana and shit and everything. He's like, yeah, Prez, I don't really know what they want me to do out here. I mean, I'm out here, I know what I gotta do, but you're the president, you know. What the fuck am I supposed to do? So I looked at him and I'm like, I'll tell you what, prospect. And I knelt down right in front of him and I said, go ahead and take your best fucking shot. Give me the best freaking beat down that you can possibly give me, because then and only then am I going to know what you have to bring to the real table of the JWO. So I knelt down and I said, take your best and worst shots at me right now, because this is the best time to freaking do it. My VP looked down at me and was like, Prez, are you freaking serious? I'm like, yes, back off and don't fucking touch him if he touches me. Right after that, the bell rang, and kaboom! I accepted everything that Paul Michael had to give to me and shit. He busted me the fuck open too. I was bleeding in the fucking ring, out my mouth and everything and shit. Rob's looking at me. Can you continue? Are you all right? Come on, Prez. Tell him to ring the. No, I'm not fucking tapping out of this shit and everything. Don't fucking tap out to fucking nobody and shit. So I let him continue on, and finally, when I was like, all right, this is it. Boom! Kick to the fucking midsection. Rat trap. 1, 2, 3. He's out of there. So right after that was done, I picked him up, I hugged him, and I said, congratulations, prospect. You're getting even more and more fucking closer and shit. I looked at Nix and I said, you take this prospect in the back LT and shit, and tell him he's gonna Fago on top of a freaking shot.
That's what's up. I got some breaking news. Sorry to cut you off, Mr. President, but Rico Wilder will be on the VSW podcast tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure to tune in for that. We have figured out the time scheduling and differences. Great. So yeah, I mean, President, and champion. I mean, you're going to be possibly defending your title at KPW. I mean, you are a champion in KPW. You still have a belt. You're still, a valid champion. Now that I don't know who they could have, if this was, a year ago, I said they'd probably make you face me or something. But, there could be a whole line of, people that they have hand chosen to try to dismantle us. They've chosen to try to take us down. This is going to be the major difference, I think. Death Day 1, I think we were all just trying to survive. Right, we were just trying to survive out there. We didn't want.
What scares me just a little bit is knowing how they proceed with their talent. So I'm curious to know who else got a note.
Well, that's the thing, and also their training regiments for who they have, fight us is kind of extreme too. We might be doing a special behind the scenes footage of that at some point, because we did get some video footage of that, and some of their methods are just quite intense, I have to say. But the first time we were up, like I said, we all tried to kind of survive, and that was kind of the overall theme. This time, I kind of want to just destroy them. I'm not gonna lie, they're bringing us back to that hellhole. They're bringing us back for no reason, and this time I think we have a chance, as we have formed the JW, as we do have all these prospects, members, killers, whatever we got, I believe we do have a fighting chance against them.
Oh yeah, we definitely have a fighting chance against
them. The overall theme now is just
if there's one thing that we're going to do in KPW, we're going to prove not just JWO, but that KPW is still alive, it's still fucking breathing, it's well, and it's been surviving. The thing is, though, is It's not the normal Fed that everybody would freaking expect and shit. People are gonna get off their high horses and gotta start, looking at these other Feds that have, performed in bars and on canvases. They don't have rings and shit. They don't give a flying fuck about that shit.
So I'm gonna tell you something about the founding fathers.
Really?
I'm going to tell you something about the founding fathers, because I did a lot of research after Death Day. The founding fathers don't give a shit if people are professional wrestlers, professional boxers, amateur boxers, backyard wrestlers, just good bar fighters. They don't give a fuck. If you can throw a punch, then guess what? They want you. If they want you, because you're just a piece of meat. If you ever watch that movie, Midnight Meat Train,
That's why if you get a note from them, if you get one of them parchment notes with written in that red ink and everything and shit, motherfucker, you just got an invite to like a blood sport kumite event and shit for
and I'm telling you though, if they
wrestlers. So trust me, take the fucking Shang Tsung note and come to wherever they're gonna send you the coordinates. Follow it on you, and trust me, if wherever you're about to get led to, you're about to have one hell of a fucking match. No matter how long it is, or what kind of match it is, you are about to perform for a federation that wants the entertainment value to go up, and the views on YouTube and everything to go up, and Facebook, wherever else they plant their shit to go up. Of course they do. Every Fed wants that shit. But they want it strictly for the people who know that they have a love for this fucking sport.
But I also feel like they're not for nothing,
regular, but it's all for that mentality.
But not for nothing, TJ. I also feel like it's also for their own fucking pleasure, like some kind of sick, twisted, Squid Game kind of shit. Where, you got these people just sitting there watching and enjoying it. They're drinking a cocktail, they're smoking a fine cigar, they're watching these people just fuck each other up, and they're just loving it.
Oh yeah. I mean, just that the photographs that I took from of them a while back, and you put it out there and shit too. I put it out there as well. And Jesus, the way that they group around you and shit, and the way that they make you feel, the way that they look, the way that they talk to you and everything. If you don't have an attitude back with them, they will think that they can run you like you're a fucking putty in their goddamn hands. Like you said, you're a piece of meat to them. Exactly. You are a piece of meat, and they're gonna toss you in the meat grinder with the rest of us to see how you can deal. The thing is, though, is all of us that are already in this meat grinder, we're fucking savages. We don't give a flying fucking. Now that we've all congealed into this lovely little thing called the JWO, I've gotten it off the ground, the tarmac, and we're just starting to coast up and shit. Yeah. KPW has relaunched themselves in ways, and I think it's because they finally see what the fuck's going on and everything and shit. And I did hear, about my title. You haven't forgotten that you have the strap. You have the mid-card strap, the KPW Interstate Championship. No problem. We're going to get you an opponent for that blue gold. So, kind of makes me shudder to think who they're getting and what kind of a match it's going to be. But the guy told me one little inkling, and he's like, if he accepts the invitation, you know him from your YPW days. I said, YPW? Yankee Pro Wrestling over here in Fall River? Yeah.
They love to go back. They love it.
So I'm like, dude, I didn't wrestle in YPW. Rob Roberts wrestled in YPW. I was a ticket monitor. And I was in the fucking, the crowds watching all the shows. I know the wrestlers that you're talking about, but motherfucker, you telling me that you're going to get one of them to come after me for my fucking belt? And he's looking at me, he's like, yeah, if he accepts the invitation that we sent them. So right there, that just told me that they have sent out invitations. So I don't know who the fuck they sent them out to, but they're floating around out there, and it's only a matter of time before we find out when they send us the ping for Death Day 2, where it's gonna be, and whoever shows up. All I know is that from Death Day 1, that was a pretty damn good show, and I freaking bled out of my fucking mouth and shit for that fucking screw job and shit that came up and everything.
You were close to winning the mass world title, very, very close, and you did get kind of screwed over. This was, pre-JWO days. This is what I'm talking about. Everybody was in survival mode. Rob thought he was doing what he had to do to survive. You thought you were doing what you had to do to survive, but now we're not in survival mode. Now we're in attack killer mode. It's going to be a little different.
Hell yeah. We're the fucking apex predators now and shit.
And I don't even know if they're going to get, bring back, dirtbag Dan, the masshole, champion. I don't even know if they're even going to make that even still a valid title. I haven't got any words. The only thing I have been told was your title was still valid and prepare for, a contender or a challenger.
Yeah.
I get these little tidbits of information, and it's very sometimes incoherent because the way they send it to me, it's like a fucking puzzle or a riddle. I gotta solve a mystery.
Yeah, these guys work in Zodiac mode, motherfucker. They like to send ciphers and fucking
sometimes they're gonna pull out like those Dakota rings or something just to see.
Right. I'm waiting on the freaking next thing that they send me might be a freaking musical chair freaking thing and shit. I'll hear Cyrus
and it gets
me sadder, shit like that.
It gets me kind of nervous because I've seen some horror movies. Not that where these establishments or big corporation kind of like these guys would have people doing I don't know, just starting off with stupid crimes all the way up to murder just so they could get, paydays.
I would suspect possibly I've actually said this in the first interview we ever had on KPW a long time ago. It got lost. I know it got lost. But I said it's almost comparison to a Would You Rather contest.
Yes. Would you rather or something? There's another one out there where this guy's got a little black phone.
Somebody with money, whether he's got billions or millions or just thousands or he's a little minuscule whatever, he acts like he's a big whoever the founding fathers are, they're acting like they're big motherfuckers in ways. Or if they're not, they're working for one really big one that doesn't want anyone to know what the fuck he's doing.
No, I mean, they have some power. They've been able to pull shit up from our past. They've been able to pull into our minds, but
the computers that they got and shit. I mean, I know it was one little sector and everything, but still, to get those fucking things and to get the apps and the programs on them, to be able to go in people's pasts like that, if they don't know us and have to dig for information that costs a lot of money to get all that information and shit, where are they getting the money to do this? And two, if they don't do this, then that means these motherfuckers are way even sicker than I thought, and they've been following us our whole lives.
And some of the times I wonder, because, some of those letters went back pretty far to your early training days, to Rob's early days. Early days.
The old man Tucker. I was at full attention. I said, what?
I mean, you're talking about my boxing. That was 2011, 2012.
And I was like, wow.
It's 11 years ago now. I mean, that's a long time. And they just keep bringing this stuff up. So it's going to be very interesting.
It's some shit and everything. I mean, if anyone that's listening out there and everything doesn't know anything about KPW, just pay attention, motherfucker. Trust me, you are about to get schooled and shit. Whether you like it or not, remember, these people are just like I am. I don't care whether you like me or you hate me. That's the way the KPW is. It's either you're going to take what we have to give you, or motherfucker, you're going to watch it anyway. But let me tell you, some of the matches that are on there, and some of the people that are facing off and everything in the ways of that Mortal Kombat and Bloodsport Kumite vibe and shit, you don't want to miss it. No matter what, you don't want to miss it. There's always a plot to everything, and KPW has it. I have to give credit where credit is due. The founding fathers are fucking scumbags, and they're weird as motherfucking shit with the way that they do their shit. But I know when someone's got something on the ball and the ball's rolling.
Hey, they're running it cleaner than some promotions, though. I'll tell you that. As fucked up as they are, they're doing it better than some.
Yes, indeed.
But like I said, I'm just kind of interested in what this is all gonna be about because again, Death Day one was interesting. Rage in the Cage was interesting. But then after Rage in the Cage, a lot of people forget there was more.
It was,
There was a
yeah.
student teacher match. There was you winning the title. There was another you winning 2 out of 3 falls match. I have that up online. I was watching that yesterday. I forgot all about that match.
As a matter of fact, I still have my KPW Crazy Pro Wrestling playlist on my River Rat YouTube station. That's all one word right there, River
For
Rat.
some reason, the founding fathers thought it would be a funny idea to start erasing history and destroying evidence of their crimes with us, because they made us fight in ways that are just basically illegal. So they started destroying the footage. Luckily, I was able to back up what I could of our videos, but some of the stuff did get destroyed. And unfortunately,
I believe my title match also wound up inside of a fire pit, I think, somewhere.
It did, but they did say that it still stands. They just won't let people know how you won the title.
Yeah, exactly. And it pisses me off even more because, my moms couldn't be there and shit. And that was one thing that I wanted to at least have her stand in the background and wait for me, maybe, or, my other brother would come over here and see me do the shit and everything. And I knew something important was going to happen that fucking day when they mentioned that it was a title match. I'm like, well, there's the fucking note right there and shit. And it was a triple threat. And the match happened. I'm not going to get into specific details about that because just in case they want to fuck with me and pull it out their ass, it's still out there. I don't know. But the match happened. It was a triple threat. And Rob let me win that title. And when I fucking won that title, a rush of adrenaline just pumped right through me. And I don't know if the camera got me good or whatever and shit, but I was crying on that title. I was crying my eyes out on that title because I had not tasted gold since Sadistic Championship Wrestling, and that was run by my brother. It was a backyard fed back in like shit. I want to say maybe 2010 or 13, maybe. So since 2013 or 14, maybe it was, I haven't had a piece of gold in my hand from a wrestling federation, and it was the SCW Hardcore Championship. I had to relinquish that title because of my health risks at the time. And so that's how I lost that championship. I never tasted gold until KPW came
Well,
around.
lucky founding fathers don't really care about health risks or anything.
No.
Like I said, and they got rid of your footage of you even, like I said, having to do what you had to do to win that title, the brutality of it all, the violence, the blood, the massacre that match was. We will never be able to see it. I mean, for some reason that's good. I'm sure you could possibly get arrested for that kind of brutality. It's beyond what wrestling is and what you know what I'm saying. I mean, it's
head hanging through that fucking glass. So yeah, that was.
there was parts of that guy in places that you wouldn't even know existed in this world. I mean, it was a blood show, but like I said, it will now just kind of go into the lore and um the creepy pasta of fucking KPW will be your title win, and the ravenous scene that you left behind, but. Like I said, I still have those images like embedded in my brain from that day.
Bro, you got it embedded in your brain. I was there.
and then you got his brains embedded in that belt.
Yeah, right. Shit, I think I at least chopped off 5 years of my life for that fucking match, all for that fucking title and shit, And what sucks is that I can't exactly put it on a streak for it because there was no title streak for my title to be like, you know what I mean, putting paper and shit. I can't.
Well, I mean,
I can put freaking days on it and everything, and if I tried to put that on, then okay, in that standard time, I would probably have been, let me see, KPW Interstate Champion for a little over a year, I believe, right now, because I think I won that title around this time, July.
Now,
Pick a
it's
round.
funny though, but I mean, like you think about other federations. You win the title. The next show, maybe you get a rematch. With whoever you beat. KPW
Yeah,
runs a
yeah.
little differently.
Streaks can begin and end just as quick and everything.
But see, the
But
thing with
I'm not
KPW is people don't
standing out
understand.
here is saying that it's a streak for me. For me, it's not a streak yet because I haven't defended this title
No.
once or even in a row.
But
So
see, the
therefore,
problem is,
I
is
don't
with
have a streak right now. I'm still the brand new fucking champion to me. So this right here, if it happens to KPW Death Day 2 on August 5th, if that's true, I don't know. But if that does happen, then this will be my first KPW Interstate title defense. And whoever it is, if you've already got the invitational and you know you're coming, and you're hearing this podcast interview right now because they told you to pay attention to Versace's shit, then just know you're about to get in a match that you don't know about and I don't know about, but whatever match it is, your opponent is coming at you 250,000%. Whatever you can do, I can take. I don't care if you're 8 feet tall and I'm 5 feet tall. Bottom line, to defend my blue gold and walk out with my blue gold still attached to me and my daughter still in my arms and everything. Oh, I will kill to defend that fucking blue gold around my
Well,
waist.
see, and that's the thing. That's the thing you see with why you haven't, and I don't think maybe you haven't thought about it, realized it. Maybe the fans don't know about it, but you see, it's a little different. You had to not beat your last opponent. You had to eliminate him to win that title. And I'm
Yes,
gonna
it's
use the word.
another.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
use
yeah.
the word eliminate to keep this able to stay on the air. And that's the thing. Like I said, in another Fed, you might beat their champion next month. You're gonna, maybe get a rematch. That's not gonna happen. This guy isn't here anymore. He's done.
Yeah,
You eliminated him.
I have gotten one word and shit and everything. If they feel that somebody ain't working out or whatever, and they put you in a last man match or whatever and shit, they mean it. For some odd reason, I don't know exactly
You
what
get
they
on that bus going towards the market. Believe me, you're the next piece of beef being sold. Let's just put it that way. And
the
sometimes it takes them a while to get a
KPW.
replacement. They haven't been able to find a challenger for you for over a year because nobody wants to take that position. They heard the stories of what you did to the last guy. They heard how you did everything you could to get that gold, and they saw how much you love that gold. They don't want to fight that love. They don't want to deal with that. They don't want to have to end their lives early to try to grab some blue title. A lot of people are schemish and don't have the heart for KPW. So they've declined. They've taken that little note and ripped it
Yep.
up. And for whatever reason, they're not important enough. The founding fathers don't keep hounding them. But now the founding fathers have found somebody. Somebody is willing to stand up, and somebody is after your gold. They haven't released the name. I don't know. You know more than me at this point about its past. I just heard that somebody is out there gunning for this thing. And I know you're
That's
the.
all I've heard. Other than that, the only new thing that I have told you is the same exact thing that I know. And they've mentioned that he worked in YPW and that I know him. So
Okay.
that's all that they've filled my ears up with. As far as a name, I have no fucking clue
Well,
who they.
I'm gonna do something like I used to watch a show, and they used to, leading up to the show, they used to do like little kind of podcasts like this. They bring some guys on, they kind of try to solve answers and riddles and shit that would correspond. It all tied into the show. We're gonna probably be doing something like that, as me, you, and Rob kind of navigate our way to Death Day and figure out what the fuck is going on. And who is going to be facing who? What is the purpose of it all? What has changed? Are there new rules? Are there new, we don't even know what this is all about. All I know is there is a Death Day too. You've been invited. I've been invited. Rob been invited. My cameraman has been invited, and there's a few other people I have rumors of hearing invites, but I haven't seen any official letters yet. But as soon as they do, they're gonna come on. We're gonna start to show those off and discuss those because I think that's gonna be kind of the clue of who this is behind this. I mean, if they start knowing people's past that are kind of the newer members of the JWO, that's going to be kind of freaky, man, I have to say.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, at least us, we've been around. You, Rob, you've been around a while. You know, you can see your name throughout time. Some of these new guys, they haven't been around that long. So if they know them from before, we got a problem here. People are, doing real stalking, real footwork, real grunt work, really trying to figure out and know everything about us.
Well, if they got a guy that can find Hall 6's carnival campgrounds all the way out here in my sticks, yeah, they definitely have something up their fucking sleeve. I mean, that's why I told you a long time ago, don't feed into their bullshit like Rob did, because they'll get in your ear, and the next thing you know, they'll tweak it out.
And that happened, Rob turned his back on a friendship for whatever reason, we never really got a full answer for that. I don't even know what the offer was that they offered him to do
I
that.
have no idea. Maybe they threatened a certain part of him.
He never wanted to talk about it, so I'll just leave it at that, because there is some things, with KPW, people just don't want to discuss it for whatever. Like I said, some of it's legal reasons, some of it's just, personal reasons. They know shit, they know secrets.
The founding fathers, they're fucking scary. Anybody who's gonna wrestle in KPW, the founding fathers will eventually get to you and shit.
And and I'm not gonna lie, TJ, it brings great worry to me. Now my son's a little bit older. He's a target. You now have a daughter. She's a target. We got to kind of do something to protect our children from these monsters as well. You had a scary situation last year with, Tabitha and the asylum and all this craziness, and you got her back. I could only imagine, I don't even want to imagine actually, what the founding fathers would do if they were to kidnap or take one of our children, because they're sick, mother twisted fuckers.
They will bring back my killer character as far as that goes and shit, except it won't be
a character.
Yeah. I will come for actual fucking blood. If they dare to even look or touch Tabitha in any freaking way. Anyway.
And I know they're going to be, like I said, our protection's going to be on there. And I might even bring someone just to protect these kids. But I know they're going to be targets because they weren't there last time. And, like I said, it's just something to kind of keep an eye on. We don't want to be distracted, and then all of a sudden we realize, their true agenda was just to, take Tabitha away and, do something else. You always got to stay vigilant against these guys because they're very untruthful. They are very deceptive. Nothing is as what it seems. And, you gotta be kind of smart. I won't lie. You have to have kind of a puzzling mindset to try to navigate this shit, because it's not your typical promotion. You're not going there talking to the promoter and him going, "Hey, okay, you're gonna be on second match. You're gonna be facing this guy. Here's your pay." It ain't like that here. We get off on a fucking bus in the middle of nowhere, and then they tell us. Maybe if they tell us anything, otherwise we just see who we're fighting. They just show up out of the fucking gallows.
Yeah, you've been there before. Sometimes the KPW meat wagon come around and there's a couple of us or a bunch of us in that fucking meat wagon going to one area, or they take us and pick us up one or two at a time and then drop us at locations and then give us a cell phone and say we'll ping you and follow the red arrow. So they ping us. That's what happened on that day. I didn't know where the fuck I was going. That cameraman, literally, I came out the woods wearing my mask and shit, and that cameraman was right there. The only reason why I went that way was because that's where the arrow was pointing, and I saw a clearing. And
let's get this fucking straight.
Right there.
There's no fancy lights. There's no crazy Titantron. This isn't WWE, AEW, TV wrestling. There is no theme music. You're fucking in the middle of nowhere. You're coming out. You're fighting.
Yup.
And,
straight out fucking combat. And they don't care. They told me whatever happens in a match, bro.
And they got power, man, because like last time, honest to God, I'm sitting there. I see officers come over. Police were called. And then all of a sudden, the officers are disappearing. They left. They turned around. They didn't even come.
I saw the motherfucker too. He stopped dead in his tracks and was like, "What? Oh. All right. He turned around, didn't even say anything, didn't even ask like one fucking thing to us.
It was almost like they were just hypnotized and be like, or they knew what was up. They saw the secret sign and was like, "Oh, that's them. Let's bounce."
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised. I honestly was. I figured we had some salvation. The cops were coming. They were gonna save us. They saw us fighting each other. They saw the blood, the weapons, everything. Nope, they just turned around and left.
I saw the fucking badge and the freaking outfit and everything, and I thought, okay, finally somebody knows what the fuck's going on around here. And he turns around and goes away. I swear to God, I'm like, what's this guy got? Dairy disease?
It was something else.
Happening and turns around and goes away. I'm like, this ain't normal, motherfucker. Something's up with this fucking Fed. I mean, it's weird and shit, but I find it almost like a traffic accident or a fucking freight train accident. You don't want to look at it, but for some reason you can't help but watch it happen.
Yes, exactly. And it's just like I said, it's gonna be interesting. We're gonna be doing more. We're gonna be doing more interviews. I know I do have, like I said, this Week of Wild interview, and that's like I said, it's kind of a cool interview. Like I said, it was supposed to happen tonight.
Yeah.
But things happen because he's in another time zone. So like my time is an hour before his time.
Before his
Or an hour ahead of his time. I don't fucking. I could never figure.
What are you gonna do? You know?
Exactly. But he is another clown.
Awesome. I know before you called, I got that little notification that the guy was coming on, and I saw the picture. I'm like, oh shit, he's got a clown on tonight. That's interesting and shit.
Yeah, it was gonna be a fun thing, but luckily, like I said, for the people that are listening or looking forward to that, it will be happening tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern time. So it'll be 9 p.m. Central time, and everything will work. Like I said, I was thinking 8 p.m. Eastern. He was thinking 8 p.m. Central, which would be 9, and I was like, oh, I got the kid and everything else and going on. But it's all good, President answered. We got to talk some KPW. I was meaning to do that anyway. So instead of, um, you know, the episode order I was going to do, I was going to start it off with him and then go into this the next day. We're just going to reverse the order. And then after that, like I said, we're going to start to bring in the think tank here and start to talk about, kind of strategize online a little bit. What me, you, and Rob, and how we're going to navigate our way through Death Day and what we're finding out for clues for the people that are interested in the Fed and the people that do give a shit. They can fucking follow along and kind of, follow the cookie crumb trail of what's going to be Death Day 2. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of blood. It's going to be a lot of craziness.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, if you're a fan of horror
about this and shit, and Tabby cannot wait for this to happen. She was like, I missed the first one, and I'm so mad that I missed the first one. I was like, it's not your fault. You were in that freaking buried shoebox, baby. At least we see in Rage in the Cage and everything else after that on Daddy's work and everything. Yes, you can have that piece of fudge right there. No, don't eat the wrapper, honey. Please. All right. Thank you. Anyway, she got in the cage, but other than that, she's really into the fact that Death Day's in a cemetery. So she feels like I said, my little girl's very spiritual.
Well, that's another thing that's another crazy thing. I don't mean to talk bad about Tabby because there's nothing really bad about it, but she does have some powers of her freaking own. She can be kind of creepy. I'm kind of, that's another, a third prospect in the cemetery. If she starts summoning spirits and demons and ghosts and shit, this is going to be a real crazy Death Day. She can do it. She can possess. I've seen her possess.
Yeah. How do you think Rob got to see that light and everything? I mean, the mixture that I gave him at Hall 6's Carnival Campgrounds, in that little tunnel and shit, that was part of it. That was a little part of it right there. But to get him in that trance zone, to be able for us to wheel his ass in that place and shit, and keep him for the couple days that we had him, he had to be knocked out. And I had to make sure I knew what I was doing. So Tabby looked at me and said, Daddy, I got this. I said, what do you mean you got this? Trust me, I gained a lot. Yes, she did. One kiss from Rob, and the motherfucker was out and a little bit coherent. I remember after the kiss, freaking Twinkle Toes or whatever came out and shit, and I was trying to talk to him to tell him to calm down and everything. I'm rising up and I'm rising Rob up, and he's groggy, he's in my ear, and I'm trying to talk to him, and I'm like, you know who else fucked us up and everything? It was them. It was never me and shit. You gotta fucking see that. And to make sure that you see that, I'm gonna make sure you see that and shit. Tabby was one thing. Here's the other. Boom. That's when I gave him the rat trap, and we dragged his ass out of there. A couple days later, we freaking did that feed from Hall 6's Carnival Campgrounds in a tunnel, and ever since then, my BP's been 150% with me.
Like I said, so anything can happen here in the cemetery. It's gonna be wild. Like I said, you the people that's got to stay tuned, follow the clues. It's gonna be something different. If you're a fan of horror, you're a fan of wrestling, you're a fan of Fight Club, you're a fan of motorcycle clubs, you're a fan of everything and all that kind of shit. This is right up your alley. If you're a fan of professional wrestling that's seen on TV, or your classic, matchups. And I'm going to tell you something right now. KPW is not for you. You're probably going to be offended. You're probably going to hate it. You're probably going to call it shit. You're probably going to fucking shit on it. But guess what? It's not made for you. It's made for a different breed of motherfuckers.
Yeah, I take a look. I take a look at the end of a KPW show, and I think every KPW show should end off with a little Carlos Mencia disclaimer and shit at the end, because he said this one big thing back in a '95 comedy special. He did this whole special for a fucking hour, made everybody laugh and shit. And of course, if people got offended, they got offended. What the fuck ever? It was the '90s. But still, at the end of that thing, he turns around, he looks at everybody and says, honestly, I do what I do and I say what I say because I believe it to be true, and I know that it's funny and entertaining, and I do it because this is what I love to do. I love to make people laugh and smile. So if anybody who is here that has heard me talk throughout this entire hour, if what I have said during this entire thing, or every now and then said something that might have offended you, took it a little too far, and you think that it was bad taste and everything, well, okay, fuck you. And he turns around and he leaves.
I love it. I love it, President. Well, I'm going to let you go again. Thank you for coming on for such short notice.
That's that problem. Anything for you, brother. You, Luca, the JWO, you all got me.
Again, I apologize for using the red phone. I know that's for emergency only, but like I said, it was just dead air for a minute. I didn't want to just be out there like that, kind of naked on air. So you answered the call. You were a little confused at first, but you hopped right in, and I love it. And I appreciate it. And we will be in touch sooner than later. Like I said, I'm gonna try to find out who's got letters, who's being invited to this. You just mentioned Twinkle Toes. I wonder if that crazy clown's gonna be there. I don't know much more than about things, and
I actually hope that Twinkle Toes does make an appearance, because I wouldn't mind just at least clearing one little thing up with him. That would be it. Other than that,
yeah. I mean, like I said, sometimes you got these rogue clowns just coming out, and you don't even know what the fuck's going on because you don't know where they're coming from. You don't know what KPW founding fathers have told them they're walking into. They might go walking in. Hey, these were the people that killed your family. You gotta fuck them up now, and it's a total lie.
Exactly.
But this guy has some crazy rage from the past.
There's one thing that I will make perfectly clear before you close this out and shit. Twinkle Toes, if you are out there, or you still in like the outskirts of Carnival campgrounds and shit, you don't want to come in until KPW, officially, tells you to or whatever and shit. Go ahead and do that. But let me tell you something right now. You disrespect me in front of people like you did last time. I'm not alone anymore. I didn't do anything because I was trying to be nice and handle my future VP at the time. This time, I do got people, and I don't have to do it myself. But I got a certain special someone that I want you to meet if you're there on KPW Deck Day 2. And his name is Mr. Pickles.
Oh boy.
And that's the JWO General, baby.
Talk about clowns and scary fucking individuals. There's nothing more dangerous and deadlier than Mr. Pickles. And that's all I'm going to say on that matter. And hopefully we can get him on the show too. He's really hard to get on though, I will be honest. I've tried several times.
That boy right there, that man right there, that thing right there, shit. It's hard for me to talk to him and everything.
That's our secret weapon this time, boy. That is our secret weapon.
That is what I like to call the JWO's wall right there. That's why he is our general for the JWO. I call him Picks for sure. But Mr. Pickles, oh yeah. So, Twinkle Toes, be light on your feet, because if you are there, I will be sending pickles after you.
And the war is on. Thank you very much, President. Thank you very much. We'll be in touch. You have yourself a great evening.
You too. Give my kisses and loves to freaking Luca for me too. Keeper.
I will. Whoop, whoop. And there you have it, folks. President of the JWO. Thank you again, folks, for tuning in. Like I said, kind of a wild ride tonight. Like I said, we were supposed to get Rika on, and it just, like time zone changes, but things happen. No biggie. Tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, you can tune in. We will be having that Rika special, and you're going to want to tune in. Also, stay tuned because there's going to be more KPW action coming your way as we discuss things and really try to break things down because there's a lot of mysteries behind this. But baby, does it feel good to be back. VSW back in order, checking things out. Have yourself